Okay, honestly, let me tell you where the channel's at, and then I'll settle a question that I get asked, or we get asked all the time. Can you mow your lawn after it rains, and when should you just wait it out? But first of all, who's talking? So I'm Connor. I'm the guy behind Pete's Lawn Secrets. I'm not the face of the channel. I'm the one in the background, the editor, the organizer, the guy quietly putting this whole thing together. And honestly, where the channel is at right now, we're just getting it off the ground. And there's so much going on behind the scenes that I'm buried in it, building everything out, getting it all ready, lining up what's heading your way. So if you found this channel early, before we've really even started, thank you. Truly, it means a lot to have you here at the beginning. All right. Mowing after rain. Here's the honest answer. Ideally, you don't. Wet grass is just harder to mow well for a few reasons. When grass is soaking, it just flops over and lies down flat instead of standing up. So your mower blade can't even get a clean cut. It just smashes and tears at it. You end up with a ragged, uneven finish. The wet clippings clump together into these heavy, soggy wads that clog up your mower and fall out into piles that smother the grass underneath. The soft, sodden underground means your mower wheels can leave ruts, you can slip, and cutting wet grass can actually help spread lawn disease around because that damp is exactly what the fungal problems love. So all things being equal, wet is not the time. There's also the simple fact that it's just unpleasant and slow. The mower bogs down, you're stopping every couple of minutes to unclog it, and you're left with a stripy, patchy cut and green mush all over your shoes and the mower. It's more effort for a worse result. So if you've got the choice, dry always wins. There's also a safety one. If you're using a corded electric mower, do not mow wet grass. Water and electricity are a bad mix. Just don't risk it. So when should you wait? Well, right after heavy rain, when the ground's waterlogged and squelchy underfoot and the grass is dripping wet, wait. Give it time to dry off. Mowing the first thing in the morning before the dew's lifted is the same deal. Just let it dry first if you can. The dew usually burns off by mid-morning once the sun's up, so late morning onwards is often your window on a normal day. Give it a feel. If the grass isn't wet to the touch, you're good to go. But here's the other side, because real life isn't always tidy. Sometimes it rains for days on end, and the grass just keeps growing. If you sit around waiting for a perfect day that never comes, your lawn gets really long, and then you're forced to scalp it hard later, which is its own problem. So you don't have to wait forever. Once the heavy surface water has gone into the grass or has gone into the dirt and grass is the only slightly damp rather than soaking, you can just go ahead and mow. You just need to be a bit smarter about how you do it. And remember the 1/3 rule here. Never take off more than about 1/3 of the grass height in one go. So if it's gotten long while you're waiting out in the rain or waiting out the rain, hopefully not in the rain, don't try to bring it all the way back down in a single cut, because that brutal cut will scalp and stress the grass. Just take the top third off, let it sit a few days, and then bring it down gradually over a couple of mows. So here's how to mow damp grass without making a mess of it. Raise your mower up higher than usual, so you're taking less off and not bogging it down. Go slower than you normally would to give the blade time to actually cut. Make sure your blade's good and sharp, because a sharp blade copes with damp grass far better than a dull one that just tears at it. Don't try to collect the clippings in the bag. They'll only clog it, so let them scatter. And if they fall in clumps, go back over and rake them out so that they're not sitting there smothering the lawn. And give your mower a good clean, give it a good cleaning underneath afterwards, because the grass cakes up under the deck and you don't want that sitting there. That caked on wet grass holds moisture against the metal and rusts your actual mower over time. So that's not good. And a clogged deck makes your next cut worse too. So a quick scrape out once it's done saves you trouble down the line. Just make sure the thing's switched off and the plug or the battery is out if you have an electric mower, because you go poking around under there, you don't want to hurt yourself. So to sum it up, the best time to mow is when the grass is dry and the morning dew is burned off. If it's soaking wet or the ground's waterlogged, just wait. But if it's just a bit damp and the grass is getting away from you, you can mow carefully. Raise the height, slow it down, sharp blade, clear the clumps as you go. Don't let a bit of damp trap you into letting the whole lawn turn into a meadow. That's the update, and that's the tip. Thank you for being here this early while we get this channel going. Genuinely means a lot. You know, there's loads more on the way. I'm working on it. And now remember to mow smart, and I'll see you in the next one.